Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Monday, November 8th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 560 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. The sense and sounds of fall. People fleeing Ethiopia, alleged attacks, forced conscription. Tracking the tropics, November 8, 2021. Brian Laundrie, update, petition calls for investigation into Florida police's FBI probe fugitive texts. Chris Christie gives Trump and Republicans a blunt warning about 2024. Abu Dhabi issues law on divorce, inheritance for non-Muslims. Satellite images show China-built mock-ups of U.S. warships. Ted Cruz talks about Joe Rogan being president of Texas if state secedes from U.S. Best friends travel to Astroworld to celebrate a birthday, neither made it home. Nimble Will Nomad, 83, is oldest to hike Appalachian Trail. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Biden admin kicks off nationwide effort to get children vaccinated against COVID-19, Fox News. Walmart is using fully driverless trucks to ramp up its online grocery business, CNBC. Tesla shares fall after Twitter users vote for Musk to sell stock, Reuters. German coronavirus infection rate hits highest since pandemic began, Reuters. Disney Plus is giving away a month for $2 for new and returning streamers, The Verge. Lawsuit filed against Travis Scott, Live Nation and others following Astroworld Festival tragedy, CNN. Satellite images show China-built mock-ups of U.S. warships, Yahoo News. What Adrian Peterson said about his Tennessee Titans debut on Sunday Night Football, Tennessean. Google explains why the Pixel 6 fingerprint scanner may feel slower at times, XDA developers. Samsung Galaxy S21 Fe, S22 launch details leak, just a month apart, Android Authority. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. 29 tweets about the highs and lows of working from home with a partner. How Christina Elmore's weirdest audition ever led to one of the most talked about characters. 10 recipes your vegan and vegetarian friends want to eat this Thanksgiving. John Oliver offers a vivid demonstration of our next major crisis. Navy christens ship named for slain California gay rights leader Harvey Milk. U.S. lifts pandemic travel ban on Mexico, Canada and most of Europe. Northern Ireland Health Minister sues Van Morrison for dangerous dig over COVID. Fox hosts Up in Arms over Sesame Street teaching kids about vaccines. Senator Ted Cruz talks about Joe Rogan being president of Texas if state secedes from U.S. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. New school bus cameras lead to 60 violations. Hospital staff protest vaccine mandate. One person dead after truck flips on interstate. Students gather to search for missing teen. Benefit fishing tournament for child with leukemia. 250 boxes of food given away to residents. Daycare for special needs tries to stay at church. Bakery helps 10-year-old girls' dreams come true. Humane Society looking for who abused dumb puppies. 1 killed, 6 others hurt in bar shooting. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. U.S. lifts travel ban for vaccinated foreigners. Winter heating bills loom as the next inflation threat. How to turn a red state green. In Romania, hard hit by COVID, doctors fight vaccine refusal. The Democrats no good, very bad, they changes the landscape. Why Republicans won in a New York county where Democrats outnumber them. How public preschool can help, and how to make sure it doesn't hurt. A way forward for Biden and the Democrats in 2022 and 2024. Behind Elon Musk's Twitter poll is a tax bill coming due. Glasgow delegates should focus on more than methane. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Monday, November 8th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. GPs should be banned from jobs in affluent areas, think tank report says. British F-charge point firm promises $190K on street devices by 2030. eBay sellers flog walkers for $6 a packet as they take advantage of CR internet service providers' supply crisis. Should we cancel work parties to save Christmas? Wales vs South Africa pitch invader pulled the stunt as a 20 bet. Princess Charlene finally returns to Monaco after spending 10 months in South Africa. Travis Scott spat on fan and incited crowd to FK him up at Switzerland concert in 2015. Cleo Smith detectives in Carnarvon, WA, say another person could be involved in alleged kidnapping. Millionaire wins $120K payout from ex after she banned him from 1.6M home with his other girlfriend. America eases travel ban for fully vaccinated British tourists today. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. The European Union makes a policy play in Venezuela. Washington is not amused. Singapore halts execution of disabled Malaysian amid pleas. COP26 live updates, crunch time for negotiators, Obama to speak. Slovaks expand restrictions, plan more amid record surge. An Ireland official suing Van Morrison over COVID criticism. Japan had no COVID-19 deaths first time in 15 months. Singapore court orders temporary reprieve for mentally disabled man on death row. Long before Squid Game, South Korea filmmakers elevated the underdog. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus live. Germany sees highest ever 7-day COVID incidence rate, Auckland lockdown set to end. COP26, Obama to speak, survey shows fuel change lifestyle for climate, Day 8 live. I don't have kids, can I hang with yours, Maeve Higgins. UK flights to the US resume as travel ban lifts, UK consumer confidence lowest since March, Business Live. French couple wins legal fight over wind turbine syndrome. Singapore court stays execution of man with learning disabilities. Jailed Wuhan journalist Zhang Zong nominated for RSF Press Freedom Award. Daniel Ortega set to win Nicaraguan election denounced ISM. Astroworld, Travis Scott and Drake sued over deadly Texas concert crush. Palestinian activists' mobile phones hacked by NSO spyware, says report. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Trump told RNC chair he was leaving GOP to create new party, says new book. Report, 6 Palestinian rights activists hacked by NSO spyware. Sleaze claims roiling UK government put Johnson under pressure. Iran bans newspaper that linked Supreme Leader to poverty. Students barred from games after chants at female goalie. Proof of acts required as strict mandate takes effect in LA. Lawyers seek to clear Kansas City inmate in 3 1978 killings. 3 Ivy League universities issue temporary evacuations after receiving bomb threats. Explainer, how U.S. rules on international travel are changing. Some victims identified, cause SWAT in deadly Astroworld concert. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Athol Williams, South Africa corruption whistleblower flees for his life. Zika virus, India's Kanpur city on alert after 89 cases reported. WHO casts doubt on Turkmenistan's zero COVID claim. Nicaragua vote, Ortega tightens grip on power in pantomime election. Afghans facing hell on earth as winter looms. Afghanistan hunger, the worst humanitarian crisis on earth. Astroworld, victims named as police probe U.S. festival crush. Chennai floods, heavy rains bring Indian city to standstill. Why Tanzanian Nobel laureate Abdul Razak Gurna is hardly known back home. U.S. reopens borders to vaccinated travelers after 20 months. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Bomb threat on Yale University's campus prompts several buildings to evacuate. First Lady Jill Biden pushes children to get vaccinated. Vermont cases have surged since summer. COVID-19 updates. AP Top Stories November 8 A. Opposition boycott local elections in Bangladesh. Today in history for November 8. Bomb threats at Ivy League campuses. Cornell, Columbia, Brown prompt evacuations. AP Top Stories November 7 P. Morning as Houston officials probe concert deaths. Failed assassination attempt against Iraq's PM. Travis Scott addresses fatalities at Astroworld Festival. I'm honestly just devastated. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Man arrested on suspicion of murder in death of 2-month-old daughter. Thousands of runners take to the streets in Los Angeles Marathon. A groundbreaking Chicano series, stored 50 years in a garage, re-emerges. A Los Angeles Police Department caused explosion cost them their home. After months of limbo, they went to the desert. SoCal public officials targeted in broadening federal investigation into pot licensing. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Monday, November 8, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. German coronavirus infection rate hits highest since pandemic began. A mountain of discarded fast fashion is piling up in the Chilean desert. Update, Pfizer's oral COVID-19 antiviral cuts hospitalization, death by 85%, sending team barreling to FDA. Australian nurse caught faking the administration of COVID-19 vaccine. Pfizer booster shot said to offer protection for 9-10 months, initial data. China's wealthy seek new ways to move money, avoid Xi Jinping's redistribution policy. COP26, fossil fuel industry has largest delegation at climate summit. Massive whale dies after getting stranded in northern France. Outrage as Singapore prepares to execute man with learning disabilities over drugs charges. It was disclosed during the trial that Nguyen has an IQ of 69, a level recognized as indicating a learning disability, and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Australia said Monday it will sell coal for decades into the future after spurning a pact to phase out the polluting fossil fuel to halt catastrophic climate change. More than 40 countries pledged to eliminate coal use within decades during the COP26 UN Climate Summit. An Evergrande offshore bond interest payment grace period expiring on Wednesday, November 10. Missed interest payment on November 6. Australian Capital Territory reaches 95% of eligible 12-plus population, around 80% entire population, fully vaccinated. She's set to unveil new doctrine that could let him rule for life. The next headlines are from Forbes. Jason Tatum, Connor McDavid, Rory McIlroy, Klay Thompson among new high-price investors. Robot truck startup Gatic making delivery runs for Walmart without humans at the wheel. FC Barcelona targets new Italian Serie A midfield signing under Xavi. Singapore unicorn Ninja Van steps up investments in automation amid e-commerce boom. South Korean fintech unicorn eyes ride-hailing expansion, synergies with mobility data. Spider-Man, No Way Home poster teases Green Goblin and Doc Ock. Missed opportunities lead to another brutal Sunday for Minnesota Vikings. The Kansas City Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes throws for his fewest yards in a game. Fear the Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 4 review, The Wendell Blues. Could we please stop talking about resilience? The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,743,266,030 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Jet Media Network closes $2.5 million seed round led by Los Angeles Media Fund exclusive. Cannes short film winner Vasilis Kekit is set to begin shooting TV series Milky Way exclusive. Jodie Comer on closing the chapter on Villanelle, owning her place on Last Duel and making her West End debut. Lionsgate Play reveals first Indian original series Hiccups and Hookups, Global Bulletin. Streamers and awards buzz how foreign language films flourish in digital era. Vera Dreams of the Sea wins Tokyo Film Festival Grand Prix. Disney Plus priced at $1.99 for first month as part of company-wide Disney Plus Day promotions. Olipop co-founder Joe Tsai backing Ink Factory expansion in Asia exclusive. Eternals opening gives Korea its biggest box office weekend of 2021. Who Lives, Who Dies, Who joins the Dutton Ranch in the Yellowstone Season 4 premiere. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. The U.S. lifts the pandemic travel ban and opens the doors to international visitors. Costs and controversy are limiting use of new Alzheimer's drug. Supreme Court to hear arguments on FBI's surveillance of mosques. Strict mandate takes effect in LA. Business patrons must show proof of vaccination. A broken toilet on SpaceX capsule means astronauts will return to Earth in diapers. Nimble-Will Nomad, 83, is the oldest to hike the Appalachian Trail. A girl was rescued by police after she used a distress signal popularized on TikTok. How did the enslaved workers of Pompeii live? A new discovery provides a rare glimpse. Kenya's Albert Korir and Perez Jipshurkir have won the New York City Marathon. The U.S. Navy has christened a ship named after slain gay rights leader Harvey Milk. The following headlines are from The Week. Will Biden's infrastructure bill save the Democrats? Trump, Tanzania, and the deadly toll of pandemic denial. 6 book recommendations from Emily Ratajkowski. John Oliver explains the U.S. power grid and the challenge of upgrading it for America's electric future. The infrastructure bill will pour $15 billion into replacing lead pipes. New work shows it can be done. SNLI, S Weekend Update sends in a clown to make abortion real talk more palatable. Biden denounces Nicaragua's pantomime election expected to hand Ortega 4th straight term. How New York City Marathon winner Perez Jipshurkir made history. Eternals, tops the box office but earns the MCU's lowest audience grade. Surgeon General defends Biden's vaccine mandate, appropriate and necessary. These are the news headlines for today, Monday, November 8th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Halley's Comet and Edmund Halley's magnificent prediction. The next news is from Politico. Facebook whistleblower to face tough crowd in Europe. Merkel vows not to become political troubleshooter in retirement. Polish protests erupt against abortion law after woman's death. Zombies to the rescue, the arcane voting rule that could save Dems' antitrust agenda. Republican wave bills to take back the House. GOP lobbyists say corporate America is coming back into the tent. VA rejects cannabis research as veterans plead for medical pot. The moment the NRA decided to embrace the culture wars. The Democratic Senate majority was already dicey, then came Virginia. As morning starts, Houston probes concert deaths. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Target time and super quiz, Tuesday, November 9th. 2 days before hanging, Singapore prisoner granted stay of execution. Clarion call for a Last Supper. Most lagging QLD councils unlikely to hit first jab milestone in time. Premier dismissed concerns about gold standard red shirts roared, Semi-Iraq claims. Australia set for first tour of Pakistan in 24 years. Ad nauseam stereotyping, the bravest advertisers will stop it and reap the rewards. Michael Sukar's brother recruited Liberal members under corrupt scheme, documents state. I'm glad to be back, Sheens gets straight to work at Tigers. Marsh aggression looms as key ingredient with final spot at stake. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Market snapshot, U.S. stock futures pause at record as Musk says he'll sell big Tesla stake. Europe markets, Richemont rallies on report Labe's third point has built stake. Kelly Blue Book, should you monitor your teens driving? Here are some safety features and apps that can help. Nerd Wallet, 6 gift ideas not affected by the supply chain. Nerd Wallet, 6 smart shopping tips for Black Friday 2021. Auto Trader, this is where GM wants to install 40,000 new EV chargers. Next Avenue, when it comes to healthcare quality and cost, it's very much about location, location, location. The moneyest, I use credit cards for everything, I'm 36, earn $62K and have $290K in retirement savings, my wife is a stay-at-home mom, are we doing okay? Financial crime, LA casino fined $500,000 for looking the other way when gambler brought duffel bags stuffed with $100 million for marathon gambling sessions. Crypto, Ether continues its record run, tops $4,700 for first time. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Roundtable on intellectual property patent law, Crane's Chicago business. Someone's copying my invention, what should I do? Cambridge Wireless. Meaning of coterminous with respect to divisional patent applications, Lexology. Patents joining the hot NFT market, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Great inventors are industry outsiders and must be protected, IPWatchdog.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. The U.S. could owe the world $2 trillion in climate change damages. The U.S. is dragging its heels on critical stablecoin regulations. SoftBank loses billions. Demonetization, meant to take on unfairness in India's economic system, did the exact opposite. The Squid Game meme coin debacle shows, again, why India badly needs crypto regulation. a solution to the labor shortage, teens? These are the first images from Landsat 9. 5 Economic effects of daylight saving time. With movie theaters struggling, AMC is getting into the popcorn business. Africa at COP26, mainstreaming crypto, the continent's PayPal. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Funniest, most insightful comments of the week at TechDirt. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Ricky Rubio. Dr. Kamal Ranadive. Veterans Day 2021. Rams. SNL. Bills vs. Jaguars. Ravens. Raiders. Dallas Cowboys. Packers. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Europe is offered backup plan to curb gas shortage. Pegasus spyware linked to Israel branding Palestinian rights in Gaza as terrorists, report. Biggest attempt to enter Poland by force is underway, top official says. Russian model apologizes after lesbian kiss in front of Moscow's sacred eternal flame. Russian volleyball team denies COVID claimed life of budding 21-year-old women's star. Russia wants to tax crypto miners. Iran demands guarantees that U.S. won't ditch nuclear deal again. Gay Aussie footballer scared for his life if he plays at Qatar World Cup. Ukrainian President Zelensky slammed by Jewish MP for branding Red Army leaders soulless in liberating Kiev from Nazis. Iconic singer Van Morrison sued over COVID-19 comments. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Crypto market cap tags $3 trillion as Bitcoin, Ether reach record highs. First lawsuits filed against Travis Scott, Drake, and Astroworld organizers over deadly concert. Futures rebound from overnight Tesla weakness as key CPI print looms. Regeneron shares surge as antibody cocktail cuts COVID risk by 81.6%. Tesla shares drop 5% after weekend Twitter poll concludes Musk should sell 10% of his shares. Here's why the Fed could stay easy for a long time. New York Governor Hochul offers plans to renovate depressing Penn Station. UK considering legislation that would imprison internet trolls. Shocked Goldman trader admits I could never imagine typing these large numbers. California governor out of public sight since vaccine booster shot 11 days ago. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. The stench of death, life and death on Canada's Highway of Tears 2. As inflation bites, Nigeria small businesses struggle to survive. One more body in the septic tank that is British colonial history. Germany's COVID-19 infection rate hits record high. Do check out free stores spell end of British supermarket. Gunman seize villages in DRC near Uganda, Rwanda borders. Arab League hails positive talks with Lebanon over GCC row. The trouble with Taiwan start here. Ortega to win controversial Nicaragua poll, early results show. Lake Victoria fishing industry declines, spurring Gulf migration. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Nicaragua, socialist Daniel Ortega wins worst possible election with 75% of votes. Nearly 50 shot during weekend in Mayor Lori Lightfoot's Chicago. Barack Obama, Donald Trump nationalism failed the world on climate change. Beijing mocks Joe Biden's infrastructure bill, feeble imitation of China. Joe Biden praises Big Bird for getting coronavirus vaccine. Kamala Harris bound for Paris in wake of crushing Democrat election defeats. Catholic League, Joe Biden-style justice makes illegals millionaires. U.S. finally reopens to double-jabbed Brits after more than 600 days of separation. Exclusive video, system change, not climate change. Green activists call for socialist revolution at COP26. Australia rejects COP26 climate summit demand to stop selling coal. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Part 6, Army CIA unit studied the real UFO Blue Book cases. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Watch diver thrilling encounter with one of the world's most bizarre fish that has no tail. Prostate cancer breakthrough, a protein that stops tumor growth is discovered as remedy for drug resistance. The inspiring story of the Parkinson's painter who finally followed his dream. Mind-blowing, 3 genetic groups of grizzly bears align with 3 indigenous language tribes and same zip codes. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Monday, November 8th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Scuba diver thought it was just a log in a lake. Turns out they discovered a 1,200-year-old canoe. Birth control for Colombia's hippos, contraceptive darts. Mother and daughters left high and dry after apartment managers accidentally emptied out unit. Go figure, Taiwanese teacher posts hardcore calculus on Pornhub and OnlyFans to recruit students. I can probably be considered the biggest ethnically Chinese calculus teacher on Pornhub, he told AHKFP. A California middle school removed a history teacher who told her students that Trump is still president. Texas Democrat candidate and former Bush advisor says Jesus today would be accused of being woke. Nimble Will Nomad, 83, is oldest to hike Appalachian Trail. Florida considers ousting Mockingbird from honorary perch. Catholic bishop who fell in love with writer of satanic erotica now reportedly working to artificially inseminate pigs. Countdown fight marks end of Deepavali in India village. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Australia is sending a rover to the moon to get water. Get these Python questions right to ace your data science job interview. Everything marketers need to know about Telegram's new ad platform. 5 cost-saving rules for startups to filter app advertising ideas to lower CPI. Reinforcement learning makes for terrible AI teammates in co-op games. Solve snoring issues with pre-Black Friday savings on this sleep simulator. Expand your online data and keep it secure forever with pre-Black Friday bundle savings. The slippery slope of using AI and deepfakes to bring history to life. The next headlines are from Information Week. 10 top skills for cloud computing. Microsoft CEO Nadella outlines forward-looking tech trends. How to prevent your next cybersecurity attack. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Monday, November 8th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah students' test scores went down with the pandemic, way down. Salt Lake County's only quarantine hotel lacks food and medical support, guests and visitors say. The rundown, the redistricting battle over Hill Air Force Base. Running Utes have reason to hope in Craig Smith first season, but key questions remain unanswered. 5 things you need to know about the legislature's redistricting maps. Magic rally in fourth quarter to beat Jazz. The triple team, Jazz cannot buy a basket as they lose to Orlando Magic. Episode recap, Real Housewife Jen Shah goes on the run just as police show up to arrest her. Last-minute goal lifts Real Salt Lake over Sporting KC and into playoffs. Park City, Provo, Moab in one congressional district as Utah lawmakers release redistricting maps. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. New book warns CS mindset and VC industry are ignoring competing values. Japan's space agency may retrieve the first samples from Mars, sort of. CNN, foreign hackers breach 9 organizations to steal key data from sensitive targets. System 76 engineer confirms work on new Rust-written desktop, not based on GNOME. Wikipedia criticized after years of using the wrong man's picture to depict a serial killer. New study finds the world's most popular programming language, JavaScript. Facebook denies report it gave Kazakhstan's government special direct access to its content reporting system. Former Google CEO and Henry Kissinger manage age of AI's epoch-making transformations. America's FAA issues warning over concerns 5G might interfere with aviation altimeters. Will self-driving cars be able to handle bears? The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Bench Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs fans react to petition. Head-on collision closes Moog Road in St. Charles. 2021 Fluorescent Veterans Parade is largest in events history. Carjacking leads to St. Louis police chase. Are St. Louis area mask mandates necessary as COVID stats sink? Forecast, rain and colder temperatures move in later this week. Travis Scott reportedly sued over Astroworld concert in Houston. With Chiefs win over Packers, fans witnessed history, twice. Man in FBI custody for 2 St. Louis County murders, could be connected to more killings. Cardinals set baseball record with 5 Gold Glove awards. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Man killed in crash while delivering groceries identified. How U.S. rules on international travel are changing. Border businesses gear up for travel restrictions to be lifted. Armed man sought in shooting that left 2 injured at shopping center. LA to require COVID vaccine proof at multiple venues starting Monday. We can still feel him. Celebration of life honors UPS driver killed in Santee plane crash. Breast cancer walk in Balboa Park inspires survivors, participants. 1 wounded in shooting at San Diego Zoo Safari Park, SDPD. 10 arrested at overnight DUI checkpoint in Pacific Beach. California school investigates controversial question on history quiz. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Zhang Weili falls in split decision at UFC 268. A historic plenum, and what it means for U.S.-China relations. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Monday, November 8, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Watch, NYC Marathon runner proposes to girlfriends during race. Founding UB40 member Astro dies after short illness. U.S. allows foreign tourists with proof of vaccination, COVID test. 87-year-old woman told her Social Security benefits will be held until she's 100. Lockdown of New Zealand's largest city to end this month. Eating disorders among youth rose during COVID, but signs aren't what parents expect. Aaron Rodgers lashes out at woke mob, defends unvaccinated status after catching COVID-19. No link found between exercise and developing arthritis in the knee. Fundraiser for victim in fatal crash involving ex-Raider Ruggs exceeds goal. Family of 19-year-old killed during online meetup robbery speaks out. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. AP source, Texas Tech to hire Baylor's Joey McGuire as coach. Aspiring border agent, dancer, engineer among concert dead. French bishops agree to compensate sex abuse victims. As rules ease, travelers head to US for emotional reunions. Denmark striker Kasper Dolberg diagnosed with diabetes. Better, Jennifer Leone to keynote Chicago journalists. Grays Lake leaders aim to restore tree canopy. Chicago area Muslim group launches anti-bullying initiative. Royal star, Naperville Central grad Nikki Lopez comes home to raise money in memory of fallen friend. Elgin's proposed 2022 budget includes no property tax hike or fee increases. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Terry 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Sandra 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for La Palma in Spain. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in South Sudan. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Italy, Romania, Serbia, Turkey. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Monday, November 8th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Another beautiful day while we await our late week cold front. First lawsuit filed after 8 people died at Astroworld Festival. Biden administration urges schools to provide COVID vaccines for kids. Pastor tackles, disarms man who pointed gun at parishioners during Sunday service. U.S. lifts pandemic international travel ban, opens doors to visitors. Disney Plus price drop brings $1.99 sale to new, returning streaming customers. Department of Justice files lawsuit against Texas over voting law. Support for victims of Astroworld tragedy pours in. Second man charged in connection with 71-year-old's murder at E. Harris Company McDonald's. Biden infrastructure bill passed by House after Democrats end deadlock. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Sudan's top general says he won't run for office in new government. Emaciated children in Kabul hospital point to rising hunger. Russians go back to work but virus cases, deaths stay high. Singapore suspends disabled Malaysians' execution amid pleas. Obama hits Russia, China for absence of urgency on climate. Nicaragua's Ortega leads in vote tally after jailing rivals. The latest, a week in, big issues still unresolved at COP26. Powerful Iranian general visited Iraq after attack on PM. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Succession Power Rankings, Lion in the Meadow. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Half world's population, exposed to floods, storms, tsunamis, by 2030. China's risky strategic game in Myanmar. Haiti's race against the clock, a UN resident coordinator blog. WFP warns 3 million more now teetering on the edge of famine. Iraq, UN condemns assassination attempt on Prime Minister in the strongest terms. UN mourns with Sierra Leone, pledges all necessary support following deadly tanker crash. Vaccinating refugees in Indonesia, for the benefit of all. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Company that paid largest healthcare fraud penalty in history claims its new COVID drug cuts hospitalization, death by 85%. Stock prices are dangerously diverging, mega banks close in a sea of red as S&P 500 hits an historic record. Appeals court stays vaccine mandate on larger businesses. 5-year-olds soon have to show vaccine cards in San Francisco. Asteroid the size of Eiffel Tower heading for Earth in December. New patent proposes digital surveillance to vaccinate people based on social credit style scores. Matt AP absolutely trashes Rachel Maddow. UN-backed Banker Alliance announces green plan to transform the global financial system. Even censorship-loving Google opposes Canada's mass censorship plans. California's attempt to hobble gifted students over racial disparities starting to backfire. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Iraqi Prime Minister survives assassination bid with drones. Astronauts grew these chili peppers on the space station. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Alleged serial killer Paris Reed used same gun, wore same shoes to kill 6 people, police say. This is what a COVID endgame looks like. Biden says he cares about separated children, advocates say F-wording prove it. Catherine Dior, Christian's sister, was a French resistance hero. This is her amazing story. Dem kingmaker Jim Clyburn endorses in key race for Senate. Air taxis will turn all of America into flyover country. Why did this black woman die during treatment for postpartum depression? Voting rights are a muddled mess 1 year before midterms. So you want to be a ski bum? How the Christian right took over the Supreme Court. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Star Trek, Discovery, don't worry, Tig Notaro is in Season 4 a lot. Will Smith paid King Richard co-stars from his own pockets to compensate for day-and-date release. China constructs fake U.S. warships for potential target practice, images show. Best Christmas gift ideas for boyfriends, Adidas, Herschel and more. Cryptocurrency market passes $3 trillion in value as Bitcoin surges. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Snapshot Alma spots moon-forming disk around distant exoplanet. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. How to watch longest partial lunar eclipse. Environmentalists fight to protect peat bogs essential to balancing carbon emissions. Gottlieb predicts broad immunity among children as more get vaccinated. The science of yawning. Pediatrician Claire Boogert stresses safety of COVID-19 vaccine for kids. America marks sobering COVID milestone amid new hope for kids. Advice from a dinosaur, don't choose extinction. Powering the future, the drive for lithium. Batteries and the new lithium gold rush. Why we yawn. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Matt Damon is the face of Crypto.com. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Denver zoo hyenas test positive for coronavirus, first for species worldwide. Houston police chief personally warned Travis Scott about crowd before deadly Astroworld concert, report. Officials and advocates demand expanded probe into de Blasio's NYPD security detail. Elderly woman dead and disabled daughter found alive after getting lost in forest. Missing teen rescued after passing driver notices are making TikTok popularize distress hand signals. Shaquille O'Neal among those offering reward for alleged cop shooter in Georgia. Teacher who told students Trump is still president doesn't work at California school anymore. De Blasio stiffs nonprofits helping struggling in years out of $120 million, group says. White House will fight for business COVID vax mandate, says Surgeon General Murthy. Democratic losses in NY spark calls for unity and raise questions about fate of progressive measures in Albany. The following headlines are from military.com. U.S. orders some employees to leave Ethiopia as war escalates. Korea stages artillery firing drill in latest weapons test. Iran begins annual war games ahead of nuke talks with West. Navy launches ship named for gay rights leader Harvey Milk. Iraqi PM survives assassination attempt, ramping up tensions. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Funeral details released for 23-year-old Ayaki Bhaskaran whose body was recovered from Chicago River in South Loop. Daywatch, a look at Chicago's 5 competing casino bids. Can Rittenhouse jurors leave their political beliefs at the courtroom door? Must-win game looms for the Bears. Monday could be the warmest day for the rest of 2021. A cold snap is expected to hit Chicago by week's end, forecasters say. Lone survivor in Kyle Rittenhouse shooting expected to take witness stand and describe painful night of chaos, gunfire. Tribune announces journalism partnership with nonprofit Injustice Watch to examine critical issues in the Chicago area's diverse communities. Chicago has 5 competing casino bids. Here's a look at what's proposed, and where. What went wrong with Dixmoor's water? How squabbling and crumbling infrastructure left thousands in Chicago suburb without a human right. Women's advocacy group backs Marie Newman over Sean Casten after congressional remap. U.S. Commerce Secretary in Chicago today to tout lifting of COVID-19 restrictions on fully vaccinated travelers and Biden's pandemic recovery package. 2 college students from Naperville among those killed at Astroworld. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Scientists project increased risk to water supplies in South Africa this century. Weather balloon data shows troposphere getting thicker, pushing tropopause higher over past 40 years. Toxic foam covers India's sacred Yamuna River. Star of dolphin tail movies falls ill at Florida aquarium. Extreme weather and earthquakes need greater attention when examining Nepal's landslides. Nigeria has a flooding challenge, here's why and what can be done. The World Bank and IMF are using flawed logic in their quest to do away with the informal sector. Improving the prospects of at-risk youth. As a global infrastructure giant, Facebook must uphold human rights. 2021 was a bad year for glaciers in western North America, and it's about to get much worse. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Monday, November 8th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Uncertainty is uncomfortable. Here's how we can learn to live with it. 8 inspirational sayings from Charles Darwin. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Seattle U-Men, led by WAC stars Darian Trammell and Riley Grigsby, want to prove predictions wrong. This next-generation nuclear power plant is pitched for Washington State. Can it change the world? Seattle rainy season brings on seasonal affective disorder. Here's the deal with SAD. Rant and rave, reader appreciates local client services representative. This kale salad with mushrooms, pears and hand-torn croutons is a celebration of fall. After a cancelled Delta Airlines flight, the refund is left in the air travel troubleshooter. Listen to Cloud Cuckoo Land and 5 more audiobooks with symphonic storytelling. Vatican Library opens to public with old new art space. Relative of MH17 victims describes grief, criticizes Russia. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Man convicted of killing California cop over 20 years ago resentenced to death. Why only 1/3 of pregnant women are vaccinated against COVID-19, and what they should know. 49ers report card, franchise's tailspin not as simple as losing the turnover battle, is it? How can there be a car in Los Angeles with the same license plate as mine? How your photo could end up in the public domain, and used in ads around the world. The United States reopens to vaccinated international travelers. Warriors 3 things, Golden State's NBA best start carries early dynasty vibes. Phil Lesh closes Terrapin Crossroads in San Rafael. Marin's busy veterinarians face exhaustion as pandemic wears on. ATF weapons trafficking sting nets Watsonville, Salinas arrests. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Biden Department of Justice plan to pay illegal migrants is widely unpopular, poll. Supreme Court to hear secrets in case over Muslim surveillance. Satellite images show China-built mock-ups of U.S. warships. 6 Palestinian rights activists hacked by NSO spyware, report. U.S. lifts pandemic travel ban, opens doors to international visitors. Barriers, crowd control and focus in Houston concert deaths. Virginia Gov.-elect Youngkin releases tax information. Brown, Columbia, Cornell are focus of bomb threats. Inside the Beltway, Kirk Lippold, USS Cole commander, on peace through strength. Dossier source was also spokesman for Russian firm falsely accused of computer hack. The next headlines are from The Intercept. North Carolina appeals courts have never found that prosecutors discriminated against black jurors. 2 cases could change that. After Afghanistan disaster, the Pentagon is on track to get even more money. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Monday, November 8, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Renewed calls for safer roads after cyclist fatally struck at busy intersection off Sable Lakeshore Drive. 9 killed, 40 others, including 4-year-old boy, wounded by gunfire in Chicago over the weekend. I cancelled my plan of attending my dream school. 2021 grads hit harder by pandemic than those before them. Dear Abby, I cannot shake image of my wife and the man she cheated with. Violet, Olivia Munn shows her vulnerable side as a success convinced she's a failure. More workers find a 4-day work week is within reach. White Sox pitcher Dallas Keuchel wins 5th Gold Glove Award. On a hot streak, Bears kicker Cairo Santos braces for challenging Heinz Field. 16-year-old last seen in Irving Woods believed to be in danger. SWAT standoff ends peacefully after 7 hours in North Austin. The next headlines are from the Times of India. China uses fake U.S. aircraft carrier for missile target practice. Me protests killing of Indian fishermen by Pakistan side. Explained, WhatsApp multi-device support feature. In pics, Ken and Iran not honored with Padma Shri. Microsoft has bad news for these Windows users. Lionel Messi and Antonella's romantic picture set much alert. Quick edit, BJP Natal executive throws down gauntlet to Abopn. T20 Seal Hive, India up 2 bowl against Namibia. T20 World Cup 2021 live score, India vs Namibia. Upar case, Ansel brothers get 7 years jail term, fined Rs 2.25 crore. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Monday, November 8, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Dolphins take down Texans in turnover-laden affair, 17-9. Federal funds to jumpstart the Texas bullet train? Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this week. 4 winners, 4 losers, Astros 2021 season edition. 4 horror classics to view before seeing Tvrches live. Opinion, the Astro World Tragedy. The next headlines are about world records making news. Mochi, the rescue dog from Colorado with the world's longest tongue, has died, KRDO. SAS, Who Dares wins winner Matt Salas wants to set a world record for the most burpees in 12 hours, Men's Health UK. Ethereum hits new all-time high, Bitcoin inches toward record as cryptocurrencies rally, CNBC. New GTR world record, meet the quickest R35 GTR in the world, Jeet Spirit. By the numbers, 6 machine and a record-setting champion, International Cricket Council. Marathon world record broken by runner pushing his mother, Euro Weekly News. Meet Colchester's world record holder, Austin Terry Gazette. At 103, local Pearl Harbor survivor breaks his own world record as world's oldest conductor, NorthEscambia.com. Sale price of Speedmaster breaks new world record, Inquirer.net. New number 2 all-time to picklebuck, world record whitetail by crossbow, North American Whitetail Magazine. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Pledges are not plans, world's top methane hunter calls out leaders at UN climate talks. The best Windows 11 utilities to install now. Sony's flagship Dolby Atmos soundbar is the best of the best, for a price. U.S. lifts restrictions on vaccinated travelers from Mexico and Canada today. Google sent assistants personalized audio news updates to the graveyard. Elon Musk asked Twitter if he should sell 10% of his Tesla stock to pay taxes. Twitter voted yes. Come Suntar have a spoilery chat about this week's Doctor Who. Eternals director Chloe Zhao talks about those 2 post-credits scenes. Black Adam wants to be PG-13 and let the bodies hit the floor. More than 2 weeks later, we still don't know who saved the La Palma dogs. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Tetchingods in Mozambique at 108.86 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Concordia in Antarctica at minus 69.16 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 56.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. So what is the metaverse, exactly? The following headlines are from Raw Story. CVS sometimes forces people to use its pharmacies, now the Supreme Court will weigh in. Watch, Intel expert explains how Trump bluffed the GOP. Big business is warming up to supporting pro-insurrection Republicans again, after swearing them off, report. Frustration grows during first week of Kyle Rittenhouse trial as onlookers question court's impartiality. Pro-death cult strikes back, right-wing judges block Biden's vaccine rule for big companies. Accused Capitol rioter slips the FBI and claims asylum in Belarus, report. Mitch McConnell spent years acquiring power, only to end up at the mercy of Trump. Choke artist Aaron Rodgers chokes again. Kentucky needs a New Deal, Charles Booker outlines plan to defeat Rand Paul, abolish poverty. After show of penance, French Catholic Church to announce child abuse response. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. This city's recycled wastewater is too pure to actually drink. SNL finally has a truly great Trump impersonator. Is Elon Musk really making investing decisions via Twitter poll? 5 things you didn't know were in Build Back Better. Today, let us celebrate the 4 Seasons Total Landscaping anniversary. These hidden carbon sinks may prove crucial for our survival. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. 18 warm-up activities to engage students before they read non-fiction texts, The New York Times. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. The agile brain, what is neuroplasticity and how we can use it to our advantage, entrepreneur. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. If the super rich want to live forever, our planet is truly doomed, The Guardian. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Monday, November 8, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Monday, November 8, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.